Good morning, people. Right, motor parts places are open. I've rang around trying to find a caliper and carrier. I can find calipers but can't find a carrier. So I don't know how I managed to get a kit last time where I got a caliper and carrier brand spanking new, both sides rear. Because apparently every time I ring up they're like, ah, what? That doesn't really exist. Oh, mounting my kettle handle. Oh, it's stuck to me. Shit. Oh, morning. Did you want some plastic stuck to our finger? Wakey, Joe. Ooh, nice. Leather hands for you. Anyway, yeah, can't get a carrier. So today's objective is get out there and try and get that broken bolt out of that carrier. Because if I can get that out, obviously I'm limited to what tools I can use because I'm mobile and I don't have every tool in the world. I don't have a pillar drill to drill it out. I mean, worst case, could try and helicoil it, but I have to pick some helicoils up from somewhere and make something work. I don't like it. I like things to be done right. I like them to be how they were. So yeah, I can get hold of a caliper, I just can't get hold of a carrier. So I'm just gonna have to try and get that out of there and then go from there. Hang on. Right, coffee first, then we'll get going. Yeah, cooled down a few more. I thought, do you want to double check? And nah, they're all. It just rang up Euro car parts. I won £180 for a caliper for the rear of my van. £180. Now, admittedly, there is a surcharge in there, so I give them back and they give me 80 quid back. But that's still really expensive for a rear caliper. Pretty sure I rang up another one a minute ago and it was like 45 quid plus a tenner or something, plus the VAT. I'm having another go at this. Yesterday I just had enough, but let's see if we can get any better today. At least reduce the shit. Now, with having the caliper off and having the caliper wedged between my feet and using a pair of grips to hold a punch to get on that slider and just hit it. You know, there's only so much that I can take before I just think, do you know what? What's the worst? I can't make it any worse, can I? So let's just beat it up. So I've been heating this caliper slider up for a while. Working it back and forth and just going ham at it, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's just beat it up, man, because sometimes that's the only way you're going to get yourself out of the shit. And luckily enough, eventually it did break free.
Gotcha, you little bastard.
So with the slide pin freed off, let's try and tackle that carrier, see if we can get this broken bolt out. Now, I started off with drilling straight down the middle, hoping in the way I could maybe wingle it out. I'm just winging it on what I got and what tools I've got with me.
Now, I do have a spare set of sliders, but obviously I could put this back together with a new carrier because the carrier is knackered. It's fucked. I've tried to fix it. It ain't gonna work. Yeah. So that was obviously stuck in there. This is a newer one. Now you see that's like nice and flush. Nice and flush, which is what you want it to be like. Obviously there's still rusty water in there at the minute because I'm cleaning it out, but unfortunately, yeah, I've got to wait 3 days for new carrier to turn up and slide kit, so I can rebuild this, and then we're back to square one again. We're back to running again. But I'm glad I found that now, because that would have been a right pain, wouldn't it? That would have been a right, yeah, if I would have gone abroad and then it completely sheared off, you'd been a right ball ache. So in ways I'm thankful that I found it now rather than later. And I got to get an MOT on this before I go away as well. So, because yeah, obviously it's meant to kind of look like that, and I kind of just got a bit carried away and tried to drill it out, and then it went a bit off to one side, as they always do, because it's softer than the metal that you're trying to cut. Yeah, it's fucked. But we'll put this kind of roughly back together again and get it back on a wheel, and then we'll leave her like that. And we'll have to wait for the new bits to turn up. Oh well. One step closer, one step closer.
So this is a few days before the whole brake malarkey issues going on, but I had a few people ask about the load sensing bar that I made. Now, it is a go-kart steering arm or something like that, but with a bit of threaded bar in the middle to make it the same length as the old one. Now, not gonna lie, I think that's gonna last a lot longer. And obviously, while I was there, the old girl got under the oil and filter, and I even managed to replace the air filter. Look at the state of that. Ugh. Out with the old, in with the new, job done.
Day 365. I'm still stuck here. Jokes. It's actually been like another 2 days since the last video of me working on the van. But I'm still waiting for bits, which unfortunately. Today, one of my brothers come pick me up and went to the car boot sale. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie, that's quite fun. I quite enjoy doing that because every now and again you get a little gem. You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. It's like 28 today, and it's like booming. I'm sweating my head off at the campsite, at the car boot. It was like walking around there, it's like dripping off my head. Which I've only got that to come, let's be honest. But it's alright. To be fair, there's no sign of these parts turning up. I was hoping they're going to turn up today. Doesn't look like they're going to. If they're going to, they will be before 3 o'clock. If not, it's going to be tomorrow. And to be honest, I need them sooner rather than later. I've got a job that's waiting on me, and I really can't afford to lose it for tomorrow. Which I know I'm pushing things a bit tight, because if the bits don't turn up till the afternoon, then I can't do that job, can I? Or like, got some jobs next week which I need to get to. I've got my daughter this weekend, so I need to get my van sorted for that. And it's like, come on, just waiting for bits, just need bits. But no plus though. I don't know if any of you noticed that every now and again my Instagram or whatever, even on here, I'll talk about motorbikes. It's in my blood, So yeah, as I said before, the little monkey bike thing isn't happening anymore. I might buy another one somewhere along the line if it all falls into place. Who knows? But I had a bit of a reminiscent thing recently about the Triumph that I used to have. You know, it was a good bike. But my brother, my other brother, he's decided he wants to go look at one today. Which same as what I had, but an orange one. Nice in orange. I like the orange. But it looks like a mint one on the internet. It looks like a mint one. So yeah, he wants to go look at that today, and he's asked me if I'd go along with him and potentially ride it back if it's good. So he's going to pick me up about 4:30, and we're going to go have a look at this motorbike. You know, if it's all good, then we'll take it. But I know my thing about them bikes, because trust me, I've had one, and yeah, long story short, I won't go into detail right now, but I will further down the line in future videos. But I used to have a ZX9, which is 1998, and I'm not gonna lie, I read it like I stole it every day, and it just kept taking it until one day, about 3-4 years into it, it decided nope, didn't like it anymore, and I lost third gear. Which at the end of the world, you can ride that third gear, but sometimes third gear is a handy gear to have when you have a motorbike. But yeah, then I ended up getting this Triumph, and everyone told me it was bomb-proof, and it wasn't. I think it already had a hard life before I got it, put it that way. Had some track tyres on it and all sorts, so I think it'd been spanked around the track for most of it, well, for a good few years before I got hold of it. Yeah, and then I blew it up. Sounded like a bag of nails. Don't know why, don't know how. But yeah, I ended up putting the engine in it, used it for a little bit, and then sold it because I moved into a van, you know, unfortunately. He's going to pick it up about 4:30, and we're going to see if it's any good. If it's any good, then I'll ride it back. I'll see if I can film some of it, it'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? But we'll see. But today is just a case of chilling. Yesterday, I managed to get the whole back of my garage re-sorted out, all my garage, all my tools and stuff like that, and it's all looking nice and tidy. I got like 3 bags of rubbish. Some of it was rubbish, some of it was stuff that you could probably use again, but it was like no point in me carrying it around when I haven't used it for the last year. Do you know what I mean? So I think I had like 3 bags and it probably, I'd say it accumulated to probably about 40-50 kilograms. Do you know what I mean? It was mad. But yeah, clearing that out, so back in my van's a lot more tidier, and you know, I can see things now. And reduce the weight a little bit, which is always nice. But obviously the van can't go anywhere at the minute anyway, so little violin. But yeah, fingers crossed some bits turn up tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to do a day of cleaning out the front today. But yeah, I'll probably catch you like later. And my brother picks me up and then we'll go see this bike. Let's go and have a look at a bike then, shall we? Oh, you got aircon in here. Fresh. Oh, I'm gonna put my pit on it. I'll be looked at by everybody going, oh, that man, the best top on a motorbike, look at him. He's a hooligan.
Just son of it. do it legally, yeah.
No.
Now the bike did ride really straight, and you know what? It wasn't a bad bike, but it needed work. He didn't describe how it had been damaged on one side. You know, I found the fork seals were leaking, the front brake discs were knackered. For the price he wanted for it, it just didn't really click with us, and I kind of advised my brother against buying it in the end. You know, even having it up for the money he did, he wouldn't even knock off 50 quid. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just a little alarm bells are talking to me, you know, and yeah, sometimes if you not got a good feeling about it, just bail out. But anyway, yeah, I ended up going around my brother's for a few hours, and he ended up dropping me back to the campsite, where my van was parked up, and I called it a night.
Day 375. It's not, you know, considering I was only meant to be here from Sunday, well, for the weekend, and I'm still here on a Friday, well, Thursday. It's a bit like, just waiting for one part now, the carrier, and I can fit it and then I can move. I hate being stuck like this. It really irritates me. I hate feeling stuck. Oh. Come on, Mr. Postman, just deliver my bracket, just deliver my carrier. I just need it. It's 1 o'clock, mate. I've got shit to do. I've already had to cancel a couple of jobs, so I've lost out on money. I've got a job tomorrow I've got to go look at. Got another job that I've probably lost. I've lost a lot of money this week, a lot, and that's not just in parts to fix my van. That's money I've lost from sitting still and being on this campsite and not being able to go and make money. So I'm kind of stuck. I need it to turn up today. If it doesn't, I'm screwed, because I'm gonna have to drive this thing with no brakes and get it off this campsite, because I need to be off today because they're fully booked from today onwards with other people camping. So yeah, one way or another, this van is, I've got to move today. I'm just come on, come on, come on. Feels like I've been here forever. Don't know, it's nice to have the water and it's nice to be able to just stop, but it's like, you know, if I was just saying I was going to have a week off and then park here, then I could fully enjoy myself. But in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, I need to get that carrier done, I need to get that carrier done, to get my brakes sorted, to have brakes in the van. Brakes are handy. Brakes are handy. And it is like, temperature is like, what is it? 31. 31 today, 31. Luckily, when my van broke, it's in the shade, which is a winner. But come on, Mr. Postman. Minute, Mr. Postman. Come on, dude. You know, it's shit. I got this trip coming up in like just under a month. I'm meant to be making money, and all I'm doing is spending money, and it's like, I can't. This is going to be one budgeted trip, I tell ya, one budgeted trip. Like, I'm going to be eating couscous and beans the whole time I'm away, and walking. Oh man, you can't make this shit up, I tell ya. Oh, and I fitted my new tap, right, because my other one broke the same day that I found that caliper was broke. Fitted the new tap, and then the motor packed up by the pump. So great, great. Ooh, looks like my parts arrived. Let's start packing down. Well, no, I need to get some gloves on and get it stripped down at the back and back up again off the floor, ready for the new bits to go back in again. Ugh. Oh, let's get this back together again. I've had enough. Let's go. I've packed up already my van, but I need to just get this on, get the new brake pads in, then we're done. That's it, back together. Let's get tidied up and then get out of here, because I've had enough. I need to drive my van and make sure everything's alright, and go park in the wilderness again, away from people.
So with the short test drive, the van is driving sweet. Now in the next video we'll be doing a little bit more front brake work, but we're nearly there, ticking off the bits for the MOT. But I'll leave that one there. Don't forget to keep it real, keep it safe, keep it true. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to my patrons, and I'll catch you lot in the next one. Ta-da.